Oh man, GHBTV. I know y'all ain't see this one coming this early in the morning, but I bullshitted last night. Was dead tired. Got up early. I said I need to connect with the people. I need to get on early as possible and start my shit. For those who ain't eat breakfast, those who ain't wash their ass, for those who ain't even figure out what they want to do this morning or what they want to do today, I'm up and I'm gonna give you something to do. I'm gonna give you something to wash your ass to. I'm gonna give you something to ride to work to. I'm gonna give you something to get off of work to. If you outside jogging this morning, whatever you doing, fuck with this GHBTV shit early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Perfect. That was a weak ass. Perfect. There you go. Bodies. Got me some orange juice. Hey, listen, it's a lot going on in boxing, though. It's a lot of bullshit going on. I'm with you. I just gave my baby a bottle. That's what I'm talking about. Whatever you gotta do this morning, I'm here with that. I'm here with you for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for support. I'm here for whatever you need. But it's a lot going on in boxing. The fights this weekend gonna be pretty good. But and I think the first two fights, I think the first two fights might be better than the two main fights. You know what I'm saying? Just for the sake of the opportunity. But we don't want to let Jaime Munguia off the hook. Him and the Reynosos, the Juice Crew. I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing, right? That damn near every fighter that went over there and trained with them guys pop hot, pop hot for the PEDs or the banned substances, whatever you want to call it. I think it's crazy, right? And I think it's crazy that we allow this boy to keep coaching and we allow his fighters to keep fighting. And then not to mention the captain of the team is getting ready to fight in August in probably the biggest fight in like the last 10 years. So it's like, what are we doing? I don't know about that. I don't know if he'll beat John Jones easy. All I know is John Jones can rumble. I don't know who that is though. Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall sound like an actor. No disrespect though, but that's what it sound like. His name sound like, I don't know. But back to the Juice Crew. I just think that's amazing for like for this supposed to be a sport where for this to be a sport where it's supposed to be clean, supposed to do the right things. You know what I mean? They preach about taking care of your body, taking care of your body, and doing this and doing that. It's like, damn, everybody want an advantage that bad. You know what's crazy? You know what I thought about this morning? I was in the bathroom. I said, yo, when he was fighting that bull, when he fought the rematch with that bull Saras, however you want to say it, he was like, Jaime McGee was like going at him like he wasn't shit. And I'm like, yo, he just knocked you out though. Saying to my, and I'm not saying you're supposed to be scared of somebody because they knocked you out, or you're supposed to give them, or you're supposed to give them all the respect in the world. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if you know a man is capable of putting you to bed, but you approach the situation a little more cautiously, it was like he was just like fuck him. They keep accusing black fighters with snack juicing, but make excuses for fools actually testing positive. Make it make sense, Jay. That's what I'm trying to see what's going on. So you could see the difference. You could tell he was on something. Cause first fight, Jaime Munguia was fighting. That is Jaime Munguia though. He do fight like that. He do fight like that. He will go straight after you. He will act like you not shit. But the thing is, main man Cordy with a crazy right hand put him out. You come back in the rematch immediately, immediate rematch. You come back in the rematch and you going at him like he not shit, and you consistent with it. So I'm like, ugh, my bad, y'all. So I'm looking like, after watching it, I could see he had no respect for that man. Top of the morning, how's things, my dog Bang? Hey Bang, I'm here for everybody, man, that need me this morning, man. It's a lot going on in boxing. What's popping, y'all? What's going on? Zad Boxing Nation, what's popping? Backpack Yan, what's popping? Said just left the bando. We here. Akagi for life. He said, you do boxing? No, I ride skateboards, but I talk about boxing sometimes. But I really ride skateboards. Keyshawn fight not going the distance, Virginia. Yeah, you seen Charlo tell the word about these filthy ass renewals. Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy. That's what I'm but that's what I'm saying, Bang. Hey Bang, that's what I'm saying though. I'm like, it's it's clear that the proof is in the pudding. You can see it in the rematch with Jaime Munguia. He was acting like that boy wasn't shit. But it's like, scary hours, what up? Yeah, I'm up early, cousin. I gotta get to this shit early. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with boxing. Make sure I hit that like button. It's a lot of. I'm just saying, why is it so easy for us to forget about these things? Why is it so easy for us to act like these things aren't happening in boxing? And then we arguing about these athletes like these niggas is clean. Like we arguing about them when we knowing, when we knowing they ain't right. We know they ain't right, but we trying to love on the sport that much that we ignoring the fact that these niggas is cheating. Like, and then it's like this one coach, he always got somebody that's cheating. That's not a coincidence. That's not something that just happened. That's what he into. He's into that. If you gonna fuck with me and my guys, you gotta fuck with this. You see this right here? Shit gonna change the world. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta fuck with me this morning. Pump up the volume. You know what I'm saying? If you up getting the kids ready for school, if you up getting ready for work, man, shout out to you, man. Appreciate y'all. Ever since Turkey been a part of the sport, it's been weird work. No, we ain't doing that. We not doing that. We not gonna do that. You know why we not gonna do that? The Reynoso's been popping before Turkey. The Reynoso's been getting niggas high before Turkey. I ain't trying to hear that shit. We ain't gonna put it on Turkey. No, no, no. Nah. Turkey ain't got nothing to do with this shit right here. You hear me? Look at that shit. We're gonna change the world with that. Mm. Fight by fight. that's how Reynoso be when you come to camp. However you say it in Spanish, no disrespect. I don't speak Spanish, but I want somebody to translate for me. The bull foreign. Yeah, we already know. We already know. Foreign, put that work in. That's why I'm here. I'm here for my guys up top who ain't coming home. You know what I mean? But they fuck with GHB TV. Cut the YouTube on for my guys, man. Cut the YouTube on for my guys up top. Yeah, that's Reynoso. They said that was Reynoso that commented talking about put it on talking about it was Turkey. What Turkey got to do with these boys fucking with these steroids, man? We talking about, listen, we talking about Canelo Alvarez, Oscar Valdez, Frank Sanchez, what's my guy name? The heavyweight, the other heavyweight, the short one. Some good ass orange juice. Um, what's my man name? What's the short one? Andy Ruiz, Ryan Garcias. Um, come on, man. It's been plenty. Yeah, it's been plenty. Who the fuck is Emily D? It's been plenty, man. And we just keep ignoring it. We just keep acting like the shit ain't happening. Oh man, I gotta get you out of here. Whoever you is, Emily D, you was all right. Joseph Johnson, UNITY. I gotta get you out of there. And she off a perk. Mm, there you go. So what the hell? That shit old news. Canelo been legally taking clenbuterol since the second Triple G fight. That's crazy, man. And then he blame it. And then he blame it on the He said the meat was tainted that he was eating. That's crazy. That's crazy. Who would win, Inoue or Tank Davis? Tank Davis. Anyways, too little. The Mexican meat. That's crazy. Lion Garcia, Canelo, Oscar Valdez, Luis Neri, Julio Cesar Martinez. So it's like a requirement. Like you gotta get high when you go over there. Yeah. No, he still fight, but the business of boxing is shitty. Y'all listen. I know a lot of y'all don't believe me, and a lot of y'all wouldn't believe me, or a lot of y'all just don't know. These niggas in Philly don't fuck with me like that. Like they don't really like me like that. I could tell because it's no way my fighter. It's nothing we never did to any of these promoters. It's nothing we never did to the promoters. We never did no foul shit to the promoters, right? These niggas that have a show, these niggas that ask, can he sell tickets? Knowing he can sell tickets. And they ask, can he sell tickets? Now, they ask, can he sell tickets? And then, I don't know, man. Some weird shit will always go down. Now, this last one was on us. But my mom ended up in the hospital. Once my mom ended up in the hospital, operation just went left. Everything, you know what I'm saying? But Brill should be easily like 14-0 right now. You know what I'm saying? We should be we was fucking with RDR, but because we didn't want to sign with him, it was like, all right, well, we gotta structure the deal like this now, like how you do, like basically how we was doing business, how we was doing business was fine with us. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't making all the money in the world, but we was putting together good little shit for him. Um, Rice came up with this shit where all right, we gotta do everything off of tickets now, yada yada. Can't promise y'all this, can't promise y'all that, because y'all not signed to us. So then it was like shit went downhill from there. It was like, all right, well we not trying to just let somebody just run us over. You know what I mean? So it was like 2:30 in the morning in Arizona. Appreciate the love. I gotta fuck with Arizona. I never been up there. Been out Arizona. DMG up early today. Yeah, so just the answer. Oh, still hopefully things get back rolling for y'all. My dudes get yeah, like it's just like man, it's just crazy. Yeah, it sound like they running boxing like Open mic up there. Yeah, this shit crazy, bro. It's good, bro. Okay. Red 1221, what's popping? Just hold it down, man. Niggas start acting crazy, smoke their whole situation. But make sure you read the comments. Sometimes I got shooters, right? Some of my shooters, they be getting real crazy active for no reason. Sometimes somebody dropped me a compliment one time and empty the clip, still got busy. Nate Diaz or Khabib, choose one and they will. And tell why did you choose Nate Diaz and Khabib? I think Khabib just too much of a freak for Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is a freak, but you know what I mean? Manolo, appreciate the love, bro. Was finally able to catch a live. Gotta pay my tithes. Appreciate that. Keep spitting the real, my boy. Thank you, man. Appreciate the love and donation, man. He dropped a dime on us. Well, not really a dime. He kept it 9.99. That way it wasn't a dime. I get it. I appreciate that. Rob the Barbarian was popping. Norman is ducking boots. He definitely said it yesterday. He definitely said it without like saying it like that, but like I was like, okay, I get it. I get what top of the morning chat and GHB I get what Brian Norman Sr. been doing this whole time. I even was on the live with him yesterday. I told him, I said, yo, you know what? You a smart man. You a smart man. I ain't mad at you. I peeped what he did. Yeah, we had it early. Bang funny shit. He said, wait, he did what? Tell us about it, Greg. Hey yo, so Mill, was it Mill that went live? Oh yeah, all right. So it was Mill that went live, right? It was Mill that went live, and they was on Brian Norman ass about seniors. It was senior on there, Brian Norman Senior. So they was on Brian Norman Senior ass about why why did it seem like every time he had a chance to fight Boots, they did something else, and they brought up the injuries, when Brian Norman had to get surgery on his hand. They brought up, basically already being in negotiations with the guy the guy he just knocked out. The guy he knocked out like in the second round, first or second round, whatever that was. You know what I mean? Um it was it was like all right, the timing of things was just always off, or it just seemed like, yo, how the fuck is this happening? So basically, I'm gonna tell you what I got from it. What I got from when Brian Norman Sr. was breaking everything down, he mentioned a few things that I have heard him mention before that made me say, you know what? I see what you're doing, and it's not a bad idea. It's kind of corny, but at the same time, it's kind of smart. But he mentioned his son age. He did that a couple times. He mentioned his son age, and then he mentioned that the fighters. He mentioned the fighters that was coming up to 147. So as he was saying all this, I kind of stopped him. I paused him. I was like, "Yo, you a smart man. You a smart man." He said, "I said all this time, I see what you've been doing." I said, "You a smart man." So he said, "What I've been doing, Greg? What I've been doing?" I said, "Basically, what you saying is y'all got a belt, y'all young, 23 years old." Because he kept saying in the past, like, my son 23 years old, he youngest world champion. He ain't got to do this and that. So you saying your son is 23 years old, y'all got a belt. Why would we fight Boots? Basically, this is what he was saying. Why would we fight Boots? And that's the biggest fight at 47 right now. Not saying if you put them two together, but Boots is the biggest. Boots the biggest payday you're gonna get at 47 right now. Why would I fight Boots right now? Even if we win, he said we not gonna make that kind of money again. I said, hmm, that makes sense. You know what I mean? He said, even if you make some crazy money A deal is a deal. The deal that you in already, the deal that you already signed into, you know what I'm saying? You you basically you basically just cashing yourself out. Win, lose, or draw versus Boots. Why would I do that right now versus Boots when we could hold out a little bit and we could catch the guys coming up? We could catch the guys coming up from 40 to 47, meaning Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Rolly Romero, Ryan Garcia, um, Richardson Hitchens, Gary Antoine Russell. It's all of these fights. It's all of these fights that'll be at 47 probably in the next 2 or 3 years that you could make some money. I'm like, you know what? That's not a bad idea because, like he said, my son only 23 years old. If you say the next 2, 3 years, he'll only be 26 years old. I say, you know what? It's not a bad idea. I thought it was kind of corny. And then after I said that to him, he was like, "No, I ain't say that. That ain't what I'm saying." I said, "No, that's probably not what you saying, but that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm picking up from what you putting down. You understand? That's what my understanding is telling me. Why would I fight Boots right now? And then that would be the biggest fight right now for my son. That's where we will make the most money. But after that, immediately after that, whoever you fight after that, you ain't making no money." I said, "Damn, you know what? It is interesting." I'm like, damn, that is interesting. So basically, the whole thing, acting like they want to fight Boots, is just about keeping the name in the algorithm. Why he's been campaigning so bad, why he's been campaigning so bad on on all these platforms, keeping the name in the algorithm. You know what I mean? Staying relevant. I say, you know what? I ain't mad at him. I'm irked with him, but I ain't mad at him because you gotta do what's best for you. And Boots would have finished that kid. Yeah, you definitely gotta fuck with the notifications, man. Set the notifications. If you fuck with GHBTV, man, put the notifications on. You know what I'm saying? You should be a manager, Greg. I agree with what you just said. I'm just saying, like if you think about it though, that is smart because you could have got in there with Boots and got destroyed, and it's never been the same again. You know what I mean? Now that you got a belt though, you got a little leverage. I ain't mad at him. I'm mad at him, but I'm not mad at him. You know what I'm saying? I am mad at him, but I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just mad at all the antics because it was like you knew you was never trying to fight. You knew you was never. That's what I now listen. If you talk to Brian Norman Sr., he gonna say that's not what he was saying. What I'm saying is that's what I got. That's what I got from the conversation yesterday. Things that was being said yesterday. And it's on YSM Sports Media. It was a live from yesterday. It was like around the live was like around 4 o'clock. No, maybe like maybe like 4:30 when he dropped it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah. This sound like the waiting game. Okay, I get it. You know what I mean, from the way he said that, from when he said it was like when he was like, if we fight Boots right now, this was the one thing he said that clicked all of that off, all that on for me. He was like, if we fight Boots right now, that's the biggest payday right now at 47. You fight him right now, then fight your mandatory. The pay grade, the pay difference is gonna be crazy. You're gonna fight Boots right now, you're gonna make a couple million, whatever, yada yada. But you fight your next fight after that, you're not making shit. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay. Now, all the guys coming up to 47, all the guys coming up to 47 will be looking for some type of real estate. He'll be one of the sweepstakes. He as long as Brian Norman hold one of the golden tickets, he'll be relevant. So you bring all the newbies up, all the newbies hot. They got names. We know them from the amateurs and things like that. We know them for winning titles at 140. All right. Now they at 47. Now they at 47. You know what I mean? I see. That man Tim Bradley said Boots should steer clear of Teofimo as if we don't see him get rocked by lesser punchers at lower weight classes. Yeah, but I kept telling y'all, I even got the proof. I kept telling y'all that Tim Bradley was really trolling the situation. Tim Bradley was just trying to get Tio in the ring with Boots, cause Boots tear his head off. Trust me when I tell you. Tim Bradley didn't believe those things he was saying. Trust me when I tell you. I know you don't really trust me, but trust me when I tell you. Tim Bradley don't believe those things that he was saying about Boots, man. Trust me, man. T.O. is like T.O. is all right, but nah. You know what I'm saying? And it's another thing with him, like that's what I'm saying. What the fuck is going on in boxing? It's a lot going on. Like T.O. is like some bullshit. He just like a bag of bullshit. Everything with him is bullshit. Him saying he wanted to fight Boots and all that. All of that was bullshit. He knew it was too far fetched, and he knew Boots wasn't really gonna entertain that shit. He just tried to act like it was just an attempt for him to act like he a monster or like he crazy or something. Here's the thing. You're in a fully loaded weight class. Everything that you're looking for is in your weight class. You got Gary Antoine Russell, Subriel Matias, you got you got you got Richardson Hitchens, um you got it's so much work at 140. It's so much work at 140. Liam Paro, all these guys, right? Why why would you want to fight a Boots in this? You know what I'm saying? I know you trying to get paid. I know you trying to get paid, but come on, man. Like cut it out, man. It ain't that much money in the world to be playing with your life. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be for real. That's playing with your life. Puerto Rican Zayas versus Garcia for the WBO. Garcia beat Charles Cradwell. Who's Charles Cradwell? Charles Conwell. I don't even think Teofimo can beat Blair Cobb at 47. But here's my thing. All right, if you Teofimo, you is going to 47. All right, Dev just fought at 47. Fight Dev at 47. Why you trying to fight Boots at 47? Cut it out, man. With no leverage. Cut it out. Nobody playing with him, man. So many games going on. He can make more money in the rematch and might also become a trilogy. If Norman beats Boots, he can. I don't think Norman want to fight Boots neither. I don't think Norman want to fight Boots neither. Kelvin versus Wu, who you got? That's a good one. When is that? Next week though, right? That fight next week. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one. I don't know, man. That's gonna be a good fight though. Would you believe that Javante Davis will be the one to beat anyway? Yeah, I believe that. Tio a dead man walking. I think he just walking. Hey, Bang, I don't even think he did. I just think he walking. Yeah, I don't think he got shit to do. He just on some bullshit. This weekend we got Caleb Plant, we got Jamar Charlo, we got Karan, Karan Davis. We got some good fight. And they even got me commentating at a local show at Harris Casino in Chester, PA, this Saturday. Strictly business promotions. It's on. Good morning, brother. What's going on? Good morning. We here. We just talking shit. Javante versus Shakur. What's the hold up? Shit, I don't know. I wish I knew. It's an early live. G Ski. Yeah, we here. Brandon Alash Sheik. What's up, Aki? What's going on? How much subscribers do you got? I got I think 18,000. 18,000 like 500 or some shit. Something like that. They play, but they be hating on the notifications. They never let my people know I'm on here. Like you gotta let my people know I'm on here. Free little Boosie, he got caught up. No, he didn't. Boosie ain't going back to jail, man. Boosie, 62 years old. What he look like going back to jail? Collecting purses, fight real cop. Keyshawn Davis up next. Yeah, Keyshawn fight next week, right? What's the breakdown for the fight this weekend? I think Caleb Plant by decision. I think Jamar Charlo, seventh round, possibly stoppage. Jamar Charlo, possible stoppage, seventh round. Um, Karan decision. And I forgot the other fight. What's popping? We here though, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Will, what's going on? What's the breakdown? Um, Thomas got to put on. It's his chance. Yeah, he do. But history shows he always doubt himself. When your next fight, champ? I don't know, casual Jerry. I appreciate the love. Are you more interested in watching boxing than UFC? Yes. UFC is cool, but I don't have a UFC background. I have a boxing background. Greg, you're one of the few people on YouTube that actually is not biased and not a fanboy. It's not a fanboy. I appreciate that. I just don't get why he ain't take the Tio fight. Why? It's like, bro. Think about it. If you say I want all the titles, right? You gotta remember these training camps. See we take for granted what's going on here, and we think this just is. We think boxing is just like some shit that people can do. People forget like you put your body through great things, like great workouts. Like you know what I'm saying, you really be pushing your body. You know what I'm saying? So when you prepare for a fight, and you prepare for a guy like Tio, a guy you know you could beat, a guy you really not interested in fighting, you gonna give your all, but it's like it's not the same. You don't got that same burn. You don't got that same feeling because you like I'm about to train for this little piece of shit. I know I'm about to knock out, right? At the same time, he got everything to gain. You don't got nothing to gain. It's nothing to gain fighting Teofimo Lopez. Here's why. If you beat Teofimo Lopez as a Boots Ennis, what are you getting? You're not getting a title. You're not getting no crazy amount of money. They keep trying to act like it's gonna be for all this money. It's not gonna be a crazy amount of money. Um, What do you get from it? Teofimo Lopez best win is a 135-pound Lomachenko. That's his that's his best win. 135-pound Lomachenko. So will we even think about putting Lomachenko in the ring with boots? Fuck no. I'm a New York City dude. I hate Philly ninjas, but I'm wishing you and Boots the best for real. I appreciate you, bro, and I hate you too. But it's nothing but love. You feel me? Appreciate the donations. Um, so it's like I get everybody point where I just want to see Tio get his ass whooped. I just want to see Tio, but it's you don't really get it's a waste of training camp. Getting ready for a Teofimo Lopez. You training for a Teofimo Lopez? Like, come on, man, come on, bro. Give me something better. That's not what you looking for. What you looking for is the titles. If he's fighting Brian Norman or he's fighting Barrios, it'd be different. Yeah, it'd be a lot different. But just getting ready for Tio, like, come on, man. Too small. And that's another thing. You didn't beat Sandor Martin. You didn't beat Jermaine Ortiz. Let's be real. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's be real. Let's be real. You didn't beat neither one of those fighters. It gave you the win, but now we supposed to believe that you could beat Boots Ennis. Nah, man, it's fucking crazy, man. That's fucking insane. People are nuts. Tell Tio get a belt at 47 and mention Boots. By that time, Boots would be gone. By that time, Boots would be gone, man. I really wanted to see Teofimo fight my boy Kendrick Sims from my city. That's the craziest thing, right? I heard that fight was supposed to happen, and Tio turned that fight down. That's what I'm saying. This is the kind of guy we talking about. You got live fights at 140 pounds, which is your weight class, but you trying to push it to everybody that's talking about you trying to fight. Get the fuck out of here, man. Nobody not playing with him. Nobody not playing with no boots. Fuck no. Nobody not playing with Tio. I mean, hey, listen. It's just the first live of the day, man. I appreciate the love. I really do. I ain't have to fuck with me, but y'all did this morning. Y'all ain't have to come through here. But make sure y'all send this live to your family and friends. You know what I'm saying? We just woke up on an early morning joint talking shit. I'm gonna go see if I can get me one more hour. Coach Ali, appreciate that. Hey, but listen, I'll be back later for sure. Tio, a duck, no power at 140, but he want to fight Boots at 147. Yeah, that's all I was saying. That's all I was saying. It don't make sense. It wasn't making no sense. It just didn't make no sense, but it's okay. I got to get busy. I'll probably try to get me like one more hour of sleep if possible. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Welcome to GHB TV. If this was your first time, I mean, just get with me. Hit me up. Greggy Waters, 86. That's me on PlayStation. GregieCash on Cash App. Greg Hackett, 86 on Instagram. Greg Hackett 215 on X. Greg Hackett on Facebook. I think it's Greg Hackett 86 too on TikTok too. Let me know. Appreciate y'all. I'm here. Get with me. Flip trying to get his ass whooped.